Hey folks, China Guitar Skeptic back with a very quick video discussing the new PRS S2 range of guitars that are coming out of Maryland, the home of PRS in the States. And just a quick commentary really on what I think. For me, as you're probably aware from the number I've bought of fakes from China and the fact that I own a real SE, I'm a big PRS fan, and to be fair, they can do very little wrong in my eyes because they're a very well-made guitar, and I think that Paul has got the right ideas behind making guitars. I think his choices of wood, tone woods, and the beautiful flamed maples and quilted maples he uses on the instruments, along with the precision of the build, makes PRS guitars a pretty standalone top quality guitar in a league of its own really. Do I think that the new S2 is a good idea? Well, in some respects I do, because I think that any guitar maker of their worth, of any worth rather, should try to make their instruments and their presence felt in all markets. And there's a lot of people that can't afford the price tag of their core guitars, as Paul calls them. The classic Custom 24 is for me one of the, if not the best guitar design made. Full stop. I know I'm going to have a lot of comeback on that, especially from you Gibson Les Paul fans. I absolutely love my Gibson Les Paul. It's great to play, but when it comes to all-round versatility, and I'm a rock player, that's why I bought the Torero actually. I think that the Custom 24 is possibly the best designed and best built instrument, versatile instrument. So there we have it. I'm sure that there'll be hundreds of comments below, and look forward to seeing those. But in terms of the S2 range, yes, I think it's a good idea. Make them available and affordable for everybody. I'm not certain that between $1,100 and $1,400 US dollars is an affordable price tag. But then they do have their SE range. Now, the reason I bought the Torero was because it was the first and only PRS that's built with a Floyd Rose and locking trem system, now, and also the active EMGs. Now, as a rock player, this is a stock in trade for us, and this guitar has been absolutely fabulous. I really enjoy playing it. It's still, I would still class it as my #1 guitar. Haven't played it for a long time because I've been too busy doing these reviews and unboxings and what have you for the Chinese guitars, and also all the work that's needed doing on them. But as a range, I think the Korean SEs are a great affordable instrument, so they fill in the bottom end of the market. You've then got people that have the snobbery value, I suppose, of having an American-built PRS, but can't afford the top end, so you know, maybe they are finding a little niche. One thing I will say is, when it comes to styling, I don't like the S2s. I don't like the beveled body. I really like either a flat top like this in the ilk of a Jackson, or an Ibanez of the 80s and 90s, or I like an arch top like a Gibson Les Paul and like the classic Custom 24. But I really don't like that asymmetrical bevel. I don't think it's very visually appealing. But there we are, that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think down below. In terms of the build, certainly there's the three in the range. There's the Mira at the bottom, which is $1,100. There's the Starla, which is the one with the Bigsby trem, which is kind of in the middle at about $1,200. And there's the S2 Custom 24, based on the classic Custom 24, at the top end of the range at 1,300 and something US dollars. And I wouldn't pay that for the look of that guitar. It might sound great, and I'm sure it does. The wood construction is the same, certainly on the Custom 24. The mirror and styler are thin mahogany body is what's quoted on the website, and the Custom S2 Custom 24 is a maple cap and mahogany body, mahogany neck, rosewood fretboard, Type 2 locking tuners, PRS locking tuners. It does share the trem system with the SE range, not with what Paul Reed Smith calls the core range. So it doesn't have the same tremolo system as the Custom 24. It doesn't have the same pickups. It shares its control knob, the knob, I think, not the pots. I think it's just the knobs with the with the Custom 24. No idea what the electronics are in it. But I would like to get hold of one and give it a play and give it a fair crack of the whip. So I'm going to reserve judgment, certainly on the sound and playability, which I know from PRS will be awesome. But in terms of the look, I'm not a big fan of the S2. And I think the fact that they are so obvious with the asymmetric bevel, that they are an S2, that the snob value goes out of them. And I think that we'll see. Only time will tell. But I don't think they're going to possibly be as popular as they think they are. What would I buy? Would I buy a Chinese Custom 24 rip-off? Or would I buy an S2? Well, the answer is, if I've got enough money to buy an S2, I'm going to save up and I'm going to buy a core stock Custom 24. No doubt about it. If I haven't got enough money, I'm going to buy a Chinese copy and I'm going to put all of the parts, going to change all the parts out for better parts, better pickups specifically and especially, better wiring, maybe even a better trem system, and definitely the nut, tuners possibly. So no, I don't think that it's going to overtake or going to replace this little niche that we're all interested in. But I do think they're worth a look, and I will have a look because I really do like PRS guitars. So I will try and play one, and I'll come back to you and let you know what I think of it. Do give me your comments. Please send me your pictures so that I don't have to put my own backgrounds up anymore. Or videos. I'm quite happy for a video background. If you've got a nice sunset or beach scene or something like that, great. I don't mind where we end up on this magic sofa ride. Yeah, let me know your comments, what you think of the new S2 range. I look forward to reading them, and in the meantime, enjoy, take care, and rock on.